Right. Are any guns that I previously saw, are they offline now? So, like, how many do I see?
Well, they're never offline, they're always online,
Oh.
but they're not being, like, actively fired, so...
Okay. Of the 4 that I saw, are any being active?
You could start looking for the guy you're actually here for, because he's probably heard the gunfire by now.
Oh, yeah.
We have a fly spy on him.
Yeah, and he's furiously typing away at his thing, and he very clearly, like, looked up as the gunfire started, like, going off, and he's clearly, like, doing something.
Yeah, it's literally only been 3 seconds, so I think we're okay for now.
He's typing. Is he jacked into so? Whatever. I'll look for.
He has a
something.
data jack out of his head, like, directly into his thing, yeah.
Yeah. Is his data jack a thing that I can fuck with?
His console is probably something you could fuck with. Yeah.
Okay, I'll look for that then. Remember my +2 this time.
Okay, so you do manage to find what it looks like it is, and you can ask it 4 questions.
Last action performed.
Its last action performed was, let me just check.
Record snuff film.
Ring goons.
Its last action performed was send message.
Mm-hmm. Recipient of action. Where was the message sent?
It's encrypted.
Okay.
2 more questions you can ask it.
Yeah. I'll take help from like you guys because like I have 0 experience decking. So if anyone
Rating
has something,
rating gives you an idea.
Hmm.
Firewall as well.
The rating of the device he's using is 4, and its firewall is 5.
Cool.
Okay. That's your turn, so feel free to pass yourself. Amber, your turn.
I will summon a spirit. A force 6. Yes. Yeah, force 6 spirit of man. So he comes out as 7.
He doesn't come out at all, apparently.
I will edge.
Okay.
I won him.
Okay, so he owes you 2 services. Alright, let me go get him then. What'll I pick this
was
out?
it?
7.
I'm gonna do a little bit of a flare.
I want the fat man.
Yeah, give me a second. To reload again. Roll 20 is acting up.
I want a fat man.
Just a tangent in the intermission. Did anyone see the thing with Smash Mouth a couple of days ago?
Yeah, what was it?
No.
Fucking Steve Harwell, the lead singer, they were playing in Colorado and people were throwing bread on the stage and he completely broke down, dove into the audience and started saying he'd kick the living shit out of anyone who threw bread at him again.
The hell?
If someone was throwing bread
And
at me,
the band had to calm him down by starting to play a song and being like, come back to the stage. It's super awkward.
Does he have a problem with bread or something?
Yeah, it was like at the it was a food festival full of kids and shit as well. And they were giving out free loaves of bread and so he lost his fucking mind.
What the fuck?
It's a fat man with a sword! Yay!
Was he making a duck face? Maybe the kids were just simply confused.
Oh man.
Do you have Spirit Whisper, Amber?
Yes.
We're on roll 1 more die. Because spirits get 1 die extra against people with Spirit Whisper.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought they just appeared as
No.
That
one
too.
above. Okay.
They appear and they. His name.
Isn't that
what
only on the
is his-
binding?
Nope.
It's summoning.
Oh yeah, it still allows you 2 services. Okay, so there you go. There's your fat guy with a sword. Should be,
Ariel's finally happy.
should be able to control him.
Yep, I can. I already gave him a name.
How'd you pronounce that?
Just, you know.
Alright.
Right, well, pass yourself then. Murdoch, your turn.
Murdoch is saddened that the spirit of man is not called Bobby. But
God damn it, Bobby.
Our fucking name joke.
so I can move miles and then fire, so I'm just gonna kind of go over here slightly. So I'm not like firing through this BTL junkie and shooting at the pusher thug that's kind of diagonally left of me. Yeah.
Okay. So what are you firing at as like the usual burst?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's aimed.
Warren, is that like a sweet 1980s keyboard right there?
Yeah, sure, why not?
God, that's beautiful.
It's 2080s keyboard, man. Get with the time.
Wow, I suck.
Yeah, I know some of you have but like the live action Shadowrun thing, where the Decker runs around with a keyboard under her arm.
Oh, that trailer.
Terrible trailer.
It's the
That's
best
So I'm dressed
trailer.
up right now.
He actually dodged you, so unless you like post edge it, you'll have to hit. You won't hit him. So
I might have also missed out on some dice. 7. Just wait. If I aimed, it might have been 8.
yeah, it would have been one more if you aimed.
I'll just do that just in case.
Nope.
Well, I'll post edge. I get to reroll.
You reroll the failures, which in this case is a shit ton. It's like 17 with 2 hits of 15, yeah. And still dodges you. He
well,
still dodges
fuck it then.
Yeah.
Use ninja.
Okay, that's your thing. Okay, Tex, your turn.
So Tex spends a complex action to convert his face to look like the BTL sellers and starts heading towards the dwarf's location.
Clever. Well, off you go. It's like 20 meters down the corridor there, so it's like a 13 plus 20, however far you can move.
Yeah, let me check. I can move up to 20 total. So I'll just be down the hall or whatever.
Yeah, so you're like 13 meters away from it. Okay. Pass. BTL pusher is probably dead or something. Yeah. This one here is still alive. So he'll wheel around on the rotodrone and fire a small burst fire at you with an aim.
God damn it.
So it's a -2 to dodge.
My Spirit of Man also gets a pass.
Did you roll from him? Yeah, you did. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So is he... yeah, he's after them, actually. Okay, so try and
what kind
dodge.
of jacket did the BTL seller have on?
He had on that auctioneer jacket thing. You know, the one I'm on about. Or whatever it's called. It's the one that's like 9. It's like the trendy business salesman thing. Can't remember the name of it.
It's kind of like an overcoat style.
Yeah, that thing.
So it actually looks like mine, so I won't even bother grabbing his.
My dodge was it double my...
Double your initiative. Intuition, sorry, yeah.
And then device rating of my deck.
Yeah,
which
is
so that's 4.
4.
So it's 10. My 1 from that, and that should be it.
Anyway, you're a hot sim then as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's -2 from all of that. So
It's 11 then, I think.
it's normally 6 minus 2, so it leaves you with 4. Then your deck is 4 as well as 2. Yeah, it's 11. Yep. Yeah, you managed to dodge.
Yay.
Okay, the BTL guy, yep, again takes a swing at Firehead. It's minus 3 AP Firehead, that's it.
Okay.
You dodge, just about.
Yeah.
It's Spirit of Man.
Justino is under orders to go and find Koto and possess him.
Okay, so he acknowledges that and he starts moving. So how fast can he move, actually?
Very fast. He's in the astral.
Yeah, you could probably get there in like half a second.
Not even that.
Yeah, less. Just goes through the floor, basically. Alright, well, he can probably just go ahead and try and make the possession straight up, then.
Okay.
You don't want to try to find out who that guy called before you possess him with a spirit?
I want to
Well,
possess
Kix can
him.
find that out.
Yeah, I want to possess him to stop him from doing any more shit. Basically.
I'm guessing he's already called him in.
Okay, we'll go ahead and roll your stuff. And I forget what you rolled for this possession again.
Willpower
Will
plus
intuition.
Okay.
Does this little dwarf? Makes me sad. I was totally going to do the Mountain versus Oberon thing and just crush this guy's head.
He actually resists you.
Really?
Yes.
I'll edge it.
Okay.
Give him my edge. Because fuck this guy. How many dice do I have left?
8. But would Giant get mortally wounded and come back as a zombie type thing?
So you possess him with 2 net successes.
Yeah, I come back as a giant strong.
God, no.
Good. He's my bitch.
Alright, there we go. Your turn.
I take a shot at the last guy. You know what? Culture vitals. What the hell not?
Okay.
But what's the minus for culture vitals?
It's like minus 2 or 4, isn't it?
4.
4, yeah.
Oh shit. I'll post edge that. But 7.
Okay.
Nice.
Yep, so that is how many net successes? 2 net successes? Yeah, 2 net successes. So the DV is 9, the AP is minus 1. You do 5 physical damage, I think. Yeah. Is it physical? Should be. No, actually it'd be stunned, yeah. Okay, so that guy goes unconscious. And Firehead. The only guy left able to fight is the guy beside you.
Okay.
We're still on the other map, by the way, Warren.
Yeah, I'm watching the dwarf.
Can you still what, sorry?
We're on the other map.
Oh, right.
Right, elemental again.
Okay, tries to dodge. You get 3 net successes, that makes the DV 11 minus 4 AP. So this is physical. Yep. And he takes 9 physical. And he dies. Turns dash. Okay, so encounter over. Because the only guy who can do anything is possessed. What now?
I'd like to crack the encryption on the message that was sent.
Okay, well, first of all, you need to go mark on the device. So,
Okay.
your choice of how you do that. You could
Directly connect to it.
You could brute force it. You could hack and fly, or you could connect to it via your data jack.
Yeah, I'll connect to it.
Can we also say that I wake up and come to Firehead and offer him medical aid and anyone else that requires it?
Sure.
That's all I know what I have to do for these things.
You took stun damage, right? Or can you heal that?
I don't think you can heal stun damage unless you have
You
stun packs.
can.
Can you actually heal?
You
Oh
can
yeah,
heal
you
it.
can. Yeah.
You
that's
can,
right.
but not the damage that he stimmed away.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you stimmed away 6 stun damage, which will return after like an hour, is it? Or what? I can't remember what the rules are.
1 hour.
1 hour, yeah.
S7 stun.
So, should I bother healing anyone? And if anyone is, please say, and then also tell me how to heal people.
Heal Firehead because otherwise you'll pass out.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what do I do for rolling? I've got a rating 6.
You add the device rating to your like normal test, and then there's like a
The
threshold.
logic plus
Okay.
first aid plus the 6.
Bear in
For
mind,
one.
it's only got 6 uses until it's depleted.
You have to buy more, yeah.
I bought
I-
some extra as well. They're just not inside it yet.
Oh, cool.
Yep, so the threshold's like 3, isn't it?
It's 2,
Oh,
so
2,
he heals
so-
3.
Yeah, 3 stun removed, Firehead.
So 0 then.
Okay. And you're down, it's now, it's got 5 out of 6 charges
Yeah.
left.
While they're doing that, Giant comes over and hits like the off button on the BTL shit on these guys.
Okay, so like these 2 junkies at that particular like node who were directly plugged in via data jacks, they just sort of wake up and they're very like not very lucid in any way. They're like sort of lounging about languidly, and they just sort of like start crying as they come back to reality, and they just don't say anything. They just cry.
I'm so tempted as one wakes up to be grabbing them by the shoulders, shaking them, being like, "You are free."
No, they realize they're back in reality, and they just start bawling basically.
I still do it to everyone.
Yeah, so the majority of them, like, a couple of them, like, swear at you, like, what the fuck is going on? Like, a bunch of them are like, oh no, not back here again, not back in reality. Most of them just start crying, some of them clearly, like, start jittering. And they're all very pissed off, and they want to know what the fuck is going on.
I'm just like, "You leave, get out of here now," and just immediately move on to wake up the next person.
So a bunch of them don't really want to go, so, like, you'll have to do an intimidate to get them to leave, because they clearly want to stay here to get their fix.
He's a fucking giant.
Yeah, it shouldn't be hard.
Yeah, despite that, you know how drug addicts are, like, they'll fucking fight to
Okay,
the next one.
what's the bonus for being a huge fucker?
I'll give you a +4 for being, like, intimidating as fuck.
Okay, I'll pre-edge it as well. And another 2 dice. And another dice.
Okay.
Okay, 5 hits.
Alright, let me just roll all the same shit anyway. Okay, yeah, so despite, like, the immediate annoyance of, being woke up, most of them leave, like, pretty much immediately. Some of them, like, get very scared when you, like, intimidate them. They grab whatever BTL chips they can off, like, the dead bodies or, like, the server nodes, and then they all just, like, slowly file out.
Yeah, and once I've woken them all, I come to this central, whatever the fuck this is, and I just put my foot straight through it.
Yeah, and it, like, whizzes off and dies.
Careful, Giant. We're trying to sell this now.
Yeah. Could we put that in the car we have with us?
Well, you have no idea how much it's worth. The guy just said a random value. He could have been just talking complete shit, so...
Just don't want to take it with us.
How big is it if it did end up being useful? How big is it? How
It's like
heavy?
the size of a bed, so...
What do you
Heavy
reckon
wise,
it's
it's like a
worth,
metal bed. So got bigger.
We've got Giant, and I can carry a bit.
You nuts.
Depends who it would sell machine to. It is used for making BTLs. I have no interest in selling this.
Surely
Yeah,
there is.
what do you reckon those are worth, Kicks?
Can I try to like unencrypt the message that he sent first? That's what I wanted. Did I do
Yeah,
that?
I thought
No,
you
you
already
didn't
did
do
that.
No, you didn't do it yet.
What was I
Unless you
doing?
rolled it. You put a data jack into the thing and then you didn't do anything else. So you're like downstairs.
Did I? Oh.
Yes, so right now it's just Kicks and text downstairs. Anyone else downstairs?
After I smash
There's
the
the
shit, I'll go
possessed
down
guy.
as well.
I'll
Does,
hold the
does
entrance.
anyone else need any healing?
I've got 2 points of stun, but don't waste a medkit charge on me. Just make one like without the medkit.
So
Yeah.
Kicks, Tex, and Giant. Is that it? Yeah. Went downstairs.
Something just occurred to me. If that better deck is lying around, maybe I'd have a better time unencrypting a message with some better equipment myself.
You can pick the deck up if you want to, yeah, but you'll need to like crack it because it's coded to
Yeah,
work
it
from
takes
him.
a really long time
Alright.
to change ownership.
Let's do that in my downtime then.
Yeah, if you're interested in what deck that guy had, I'll go get it for you now.
My first aid without the kit didn't do anything to Giant, sorry.
No, it's cool. It doesn't even give me a wound mod, so.
He had a Microtronica Azteca 200. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Kind of just like rub at you, pour at you with my hands a bit, Giant, and like, do you feel better? Do you feel better?
It's the best massage Giant has ever had. Thank you, Murdoch.
Only massage you've ever had.
So I
Nice, friend.
start crying because I can't remember if that's true or not.
So I'll plug into this console.
Yeah. Let me just find it. If so, to crack the program is a cyber combat plus logic.
Okay.
This guy's clearly dead, right, Warren?
Oh yeah, dude on that is like brain is fried.
Yeah. If there's like a sheet or anything in the room, I throw it over him.
Alright.
Looks like there's one on that table. Just
Yeah, I'll grab that.
I'm searching the room while she's doing her computer things, Warren.
Okay. You fail to break the encryption unless you like post edge it.
Yeah, I'll post edge it.
How many points of edge do you have? Like
4.
total?
I have 4.
Yeah.
Below the limit.
Yeah, below the limit then.
What does below the limit mean?
It just
Four
means
The
dice.
same thing that
No.
what we call pre-edging is actually just blowing the limit.
Yeah. It just means you'll roll your edge rating in dice and the 6s explode. Because if you just re-rolled failures here, you'd get 4 dice and the 6s wouldn't explode.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm doing is going back in time and pre-edging
Nope.
this, or what?
You're
No,
just
it's-
rolling
you do
4
afterwards.
edges. You're rolling
Yeah.
4
Okay.
dice.
Yeah, you're literally just rolling your 4 dice. Yes.
Okay.
The
But
reason
they have
they're making
exploding
the reason they're making you do it is because if there's 6s they explode, whereas if you just re-rolled failures you wouldn't re-roll them. But, yeah. Okay, so yes, you do manage to get 1 net success and break the file. Let me see, correct file on replace. Okay, yeah, so you can read it, and there is a data bomb on it. Okay,
Did it go off, or is it just there?
it went off. Yes.
Okay.
It goes off, yeah.
Okay, so data bombs. Need to look up how they work again.
Bermuda's head explodes.
It's on
Yeah.
page 239.
That's why I'm paranoid about data bombs.
Does its rating D6 matrix damage?
Oh, it's writing D6 and matrix damage?
Yep.
Okay. So it does 8 matrix damage?
Yeah, and you resist that with device rating plus firewall.
Yep.
Okay.
And this was an outgoing message.
Yep.
Put a data bomb on an outgoing message.
Mm-hmm.
It's very paranoid.
Why does my device rating say 0? That
You
it
probably
should
just
at
didn't
least
write
be
it in.
1,
Check
right?
What's
your
your,
device rating is 1.
Yeah, your device rating is 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my firewall is 1. Cool.
Wouldn't you defend with willpower?
That's critical glitch.
You can't critical glitch
Defense tests, yeah. Okay, so that does 8 matrix damage to your cyber deck.
Please wouldn't I don't know.
So what cyber deck did you have?
The cheapest one, Erica MCD one.
So it would have, let me see. The GM give it and the GM take it away. So what's its matrix thing again? Let me just see if I can find it. One of the matrix rules.
Eight plus half its device rating rounded up, so it had 9.
Yeah, so it takes
Yeah.
8 out of 9. Yeah, matrix damage.
So it's not broken completely.
Woo!
Kane, you can read the file now if you want.
Yeah, it's
Just about
worth
barely.
it. Yeah.
Okay, so it seems to be addressed to someone known as Mr. Zheng, and it seems to be a desperate plea to send someone to help him, and that someone's breached the breached the area, and that he's deleting all the files he can, and that he'll do his best so that you guys won't know about their correspondence or that his funding of this place, but that he needs help desperately. And basically just prattles on about, very quick messages, briefly written, a lot of bad grammar mistakes because he was clearly writing in a hurry, but he just goes on about, there's a bunch of people here that are, shooting up the place, send help, and it's assigned to someone called Mr. Zheng.
Are we denied this? Like, do we all see this message?
I presume Kix could just tell you, or send it to you if she wants to.
Yeah, I'll take, can I save a copy of this file?
Oh yeah, you could just save a copy and send it all to them, instantly.
Yeah.
So, if she does that, then I'll Triad your Yakuza knowledge.
Sure.
Sounds like a Chinese name rather than a Japanese name, though. But hey.
One said Yakuza were into this shit earlier.
Okay. So, was that using a particular knowledge roll where you know particularly about Yakuza, or was it just a general gang roll?
Yes, general.
Okay. So, you have heard the name before. Almost everyone has heard the name before. Mr. Zheng is a member of the... Let me see, what's the name of their gang? Yeah, he's a member of the large Circle League Triads. And he's known as a man of particular weight and influence. And he is a vanguard in that organization, which basically translates in English terms. They call it something else. They have really funny names for everything, like the open palm and everything else, on all this weird shiny shit. No offense. But he's basically the operations manager of the large circle triads.
Wait, Triad or Yakuza?
Triad, as in Chinese mafia.
I rolled Yakuza, so would I get that still, or?
You
just did gangs general. Yeah, that was gangs general.
Okay.
Yeah, so as soon as this is revealed to us, I'm just Kicks, grab all info you can off terminal. We need to get out of here as soon as possible.
I guess.
Should we torch the place?
Loot
No,
bodies.
that's excessive.
So, Kix, is this computer equipment worth anything?
Let me look it up.
And Murdoch, is it possible you could put your little flying fellows outside, give us a heads up with them triads
Yes,
are
I
making
shall do that.
their way our direction?
Would it just be a computer skill, or
You could do
or
a
am I
matrix.
looking online?
You could do a matrix search to look online, but it will give you less relevant data than if you just know something. But I mean, I don't know if you know anything about it. You could just default logic,
Okay.
which is logic -1 if you don't know anything particular about it.
Yeah. All right.
But you actually have a hardware roll, so you could roll hardware as well. That would work.
Oh, okay.
Could I assist her with that as well? Because I have hardware.
Yeah, you can.
Ooh.
Yeah, +2.
Thank you.
Okay, so you do know a bit about SimSense machines. You know they can be particularly valuable, but you can tell that the ones upstairs and even the consoles here are at least a generation or so older than the current market ones. You can tell they've had a lot of modifications. So there's two ways you can do this. If you were to resell them back to a legitimate like market, they would go for like a lot less. If you were to sell them to a black market dealer who would want all the mods and like the inhibitors ripped out and shit, they would sell for a lot more. But then you'd be selling them to someone who would more than likely use them for the same shit that this guy was using them for. So the moral question is, you'll get more money if you sell them black market. You'll get less money if you sell them legit, but they'll just be scrapped for like parts, basically.
Mm-hmm.
How much?
But like a full
would they be
normal
worth?
one of the two machines upstairs would be about 10k a piece, and the consoles are about 3k a piece.
How many consoles are there?
There are 3 consoles and 2 beds.
It's about 30 grand
each.
That's more than we're getting paid for this job.
Not
fellas.
each altogether.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it'd be
Still, yeah, more money.
Yeah. If we're grabbing all of these parts, I just try and make a defensive barrier, like at the door.
But that's if you sell it black market. If you sell it legit, you can expect like half or less than that. So
I'm fine with half.
Yeah. I'm not cool with selling it black market.
That's
Yeah.
2,142 each.
Well, yeah, we have to actually sell it and shit first. So.
Yeah. I'm just saying that. That's how much.
you also
we
need
get
to
if we
move
get it.
them. You also need to move them, and they're kind of bulky. So
Yeah, I'm just like, if we're going to do this, let's hurry.
Yeah, so if I can, I'll just start moving shit in there that we're not stealing to form like a barricade if anyone tries to like come in.
okay. Well, I mean, where are you moving them? Because you only have like a car and your bike, unless someone brought a van between last time, and I don't know about it.
I could probably get both the beds in the back of my car.
Yeah, you can get the beds in the back of the car if you put the seats down, but then like the consoles are like too big.
Someone
How big
wants
are
to
the
carry the
consoles?
consoles.
Consoles are about half the size of the beds, besides the way they look there, because like the big screen is actually like an AOR display, if you know what I mean. So, consoles are maybe half the size of the beds.
Warren, I have a contact who is in the Decker gang in Touristville.
You could sell the info to them, and they would try and make use of it themselves, but that would probably be even less than if you sold it like yourselves. So
I was going to say, would they be interested in buying these consoles and we just have them come pick them up?
yeah, they could. If you want to go contact them and ring up a negotiation, then go for it. Sure.
I don't feel like we have time for this. Like, they just sent a message to the Triads. we can't hang around. We need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
Just
how are
get
we
the
going to get the
beds in my
consoles
car.
out of here, though?
Well, I mean, if we take the beds, that's the profit off of those. And we can get those in the back of the car. I mean, like, how many consoles could I theoretically, like, just put under my arm and fucking jog
And
away
walk
with?
halfway.
Yeah.
Probably only the one, to be honest. They're kind of bulky.
Okay.
How many consoles are
3.
3.
there? I can carry 50. I don't know what that means, but it says in the character sheet.
Oh, I thought you meant 50 consoles.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
That's
if,
one
like,
hell of a balance.
if I carried one and she carried one and we just leave the last one behind.
Well, Firehead carry one as
Oh
well.
yeah, Firehead.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay, so if you 3 walk off with like a fucking SimSense console, sure, yeah, it could work.
Yep.
Can we strap one to the horse?
I'm thinking I need to invest in some kind of like pack saddle.
A saddlebag.
Yeah.
And while we're loading up and shit, is there any more on this console, or was it just that message?
There is a shit ton of horribly unspeakable shit that could be sold as paid edit.
No.
I was thinking just like take everything off of this console and I'll sort it out later at home.
Like I'm talking about, like the kind of shit that's on it is like snuff porn, where like people are tortured while they have sex and then they're killed, so you get all 3 sensations at the same time. While
No,
they're drugged out of
I
their
meant
mind.
more because the guy said about like he's deleting information about his connection with these people. So is there anything pertaining to that?
Everything has been like purged.
Everything's gone. Okay.
Yeah, except like his dirty shit. So
Did I find anything else in this room? Any hidden cred sticks or anything weird?
nope, everything in here is like it's a dump. It was just clearly used as like a torture chamber. There's tools you could probably sell for like maybe 20 new in if you want to pack them up.
Oh no,
Well-
those are for my private collection.
I searched the cellar because you said like when we first met me. I
Yeah,
had a bunch of red
it's
sticks.
like literally a shithole. Like everything besides the valuable equipment and whatever was on the guys is like useless and totally worthless.
Yeah. How much is on the cellar? Because you said he had like a few.
Yeah,
data
so the
sticks.
seller did have a few data sticks on him, and altogether he has. Let me see. Okay, yeah, he has this much. Yeah, he has about that much in new and cred sticks.
That is 300 each. I'll make my way up to 39,000. Oh yeah.
How much each, sorry?
300.
Okay. Maybe a quick perception test from people, just to look out for like if there was any cameras or shit here.
As you
we
walk
leave.
out with the console to the bed.
Yeah, I'll try and do a perception test to look for.
Yeah, so this was clearly like low key and a very like quickly set up rush job of a SimSense BTL sort of place. So there's clearly no like recording equipment.
I'm glad you told me not to burn things then. So
yeah. Okay, so you guys make your way out with your loot in tow, stack it in the car, and then I guess run off. Yeah.
Well, actually, I guess since
We need to
they
deal
saw
with
us,
Mr. Koto.
Yeah, what
what
do you want to do
guns
with Kodo?
did they
Let him
have as
follow
well?
us.
I
So
had
be
here.
grabbing their guns.
I'll do the guns. Yeah, real quick.
by the way, if no one's like, I'll execute the people who saw us. If no one stops me, like not the junkies, but the people who actually fought back.
Okay, so two of them had steer TMP machine pistols. Okay. That there, okay. And just 4 clips of regular ammunition. 4 machine pistols. One guy had a... Let me see, what gun did he have?
oh yeah, I want that shotgun APDS actually.
Yeah, we'll make
You're a
Koto.
robot.
Everyone just huts Ariel down. You're a robot. Shut up.
Gotta
Why was I
reboot.
programmed to love?
One guy had a Shiwasi Arms Monsoon. Okay, it's an assault rifle. And he had 2 clips of APDS ammo for it. Okay. Another guy had a shotgun. What shotgun did he have again? Yeah, he had a Remington 1990, or 990. And 2 clips of APDS for it.
Okay, I'll take the 2 clips if no one has a problem with that.
One guy had an Ares 1 monosword, if anyone wants to take that.
Sellotape it to my drone.
Can actually attack people by like ramming them with that, actually.
There's actually a drone. It's called the
Yeah,
Duelist. They
There's
can
a
wield
duelist drone
swords.
that actually does wield swords.
Huh.
What I've noticed, when you ram people in games, you tend to blow up.
Another guy had an Ares Predator 5 heavy pistol with 1 clip of APDS. If anyone wants that.
I'll take that. I shoot heavy pistols.
Okay, the seller guy himself had no guns because he was just a rep. And then Kodo has no guns or anything on himself as well.
Can we
That's all of them.
Can we get the possessed guy to like walk to the person that like gave us this mission, so like she can do whatever she wants with him?
You could do that if you want, but she said she didn't care what
Yeah,
happened. She just wanted him gone.
wants him gone.
Yeah. Basically, the possessed guy will help us haul the shit. Then
Walk into the sea.
Then he will strip to his underwear, and the spirit will unpossess him to anyone that wants to shoot him in the back of the head.
Okay, so I guess you guys organize all the stuff, get it drawn out. He strips naked in front of you. So now you have a naked dwarf who realization comes back into his eyes, and he just sort of like fucking falls to his knees and just goes,
He was
Hey,
already on his
hey.
knees.
"Yeah, you don't have to kill me. I can pay you, okay?"
Okay, I mountain him. I grab his head.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, I could have mind probed him.
That's some brutal fucking shit.
Yep.
I always
Alright.
forget about that spell.
So he dead. And job done.
I guess I ask. You know, those 3 upstairs that or any unconscious, how do you want to deal with them? They saw us. If the Triad come asking questions,
So you kill those three, yeah?
what I put forward.
No problem with killing BTL assholes, but
Yeah.
we do need to get the junkies out of there because they'll talk.
The
He
junkies
already got rid of
run.
them.
Yeah,
The
So I
junkies
scared him
walked.
off.
Ah.
Yeah, I just walk with she going towards the door, and I'm like, I will help.
Alright. I just
Okay.
use an arrow and not squash people's heads.
So after all is said and done, I guess people clear their astral signatures and whatnot.
Yes.
You gonna do that then? Go ahead.
Yes. Takes me a couple seconds, so yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so you guys head back, and... Yeah, go. What?
Could
what do you
I
want to
set fire to the place?
do? You want to?
Don't
think she
set
wants to,
fire
No,
to the
we
place.
agreed that was a bad idea.
Okay.
I made the suggestion, but
That's quickly going to become your call sign if you start lighting everything you do on fire.
Yeah.
Surprised you didn't light the graveyard on fire just to spoil it. Anyway, you guys get back, and your boss, or your contact for this mission, is once again like semi-lucid and giggling with a bunch of what is clearly like half-naked prostitutes. And as you approach, he just goes, "Ah, boys, you're back. Did you do what I asked you to do?" She looks very like sort of out of it.
job is done.
Is there any female or male elves in her posse?
There is one female elf, yes.
1 to 10.
I think that's a D10 roll, Warren.
Taking into
4.
account that
But she don't. No.
Oh,
Just
minus
ping a
2.
radar.
She lives in a slum, of course it's -2.
You don't know what she's into.
So for the slums, she's a 6.
yeah, for the slums she's a 6. And taking
So say,
into
like-
account that elves are generally more good looking.
Alright, so she just sort of like smiles a big beaming smile and says, good job, and if you're lying, I'll kill you, okay?
Place
then she
clear,
just-
don't worry about it.
She just sort of passes you like a cred stick that has your agreed upon money in it.
What was that? 3,700 each.
After she gives me the cred stick, I say, Alisa, and I gotta like snap my fingers to try and get her to stop being so.
Yeah, she's in like a cold sweat, and she just looks at you and says, "You're big," and then like sort of puts her hand on your head and like
Dick. Oh.
puts your hand on your head and like starts like massaging your brow as if she's amazed at you, like your bald head.
I just let her continue and like see if she regains any lucidity.
No,
Can
she's
someone
pretty
get
out
that
of it.
soy calf?
So, what do you want to ask her?
I was just basically gonna tell her that the Triads are moving in on her territory, and they seem to have been backing this Koto guy.
So she sort of laughs and says, "Oh yeah, we were supposed to meet in that alley, weren't we? I totally forgot about that. Yeah, you need to go there because there's a guy who wants to see you."
What guy?
Zhang, Zhong, Dong, I don't know, something like that.
When did this man contact you?
Oh, a week or two ago. This run was like a test. He had some bad business partner or something, paid me like 50 grand to contact you guys. I don't know. I was supposed to give you half. I think you gave you half.
You did not. You should give us half.
And she rolls memory.
Gave us more than half, actually. Gave us 900 over.
Shut up!
She remembers and says, no, I paid you, and she just slaps you casually on the cheek. Go see him, he has more money.
Okay, Alisa. Thank you very much. At least try stay sober.
Fine, can
Yeah.
I roll knowledge triads to
Then
see if
as you're
this-
walking out, she grabs a bottle and throws it at you and says, don't tell me what to do!
Yeah, just like bounces off my fucking big ass troll head.
Yeah, can I roll
Oh.
knowledge triads to see if this guy's got a price on his head or anything?
What, Zhang?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I'll pre-edge it as well. Why the hell not?
Didn't you already roll knowledge on this guy?
Yeah, you did.
Alright, I just want to see if he's like any more.
Could I
But no, you
default
only know what
intuition?
you only know what you know, so...
Oh, okay.
Could I default intuition to see what I know about it?
Sure.
Nope.
You know about as much or less than what he did.
Are they from around Touristville? Like, is this their territory?
The Triads are all over the UCAS, and in particular, they operate out of Renton. But they have fingers in a great many pies, to put it that way.
Like
And
this
they're-
Jane guy kind of hangs out in Touristville.
No, he hangs out in the International District in downtown, or is known to.
So before we get to this alley, like I'll try and like once again climb up on one of the adjacent roofs with climbing gear.
Okay, well, the alley... I'll get it up, just give me a sec.
Alright.
You are like Spider-Man.
Yeah, what's your obsession with climbing this session?
Because
Yeah.
a better bonus to hit people and tactical advantage.
So
There
you
have
get
been no bonuses.
What
get-
is bonus? I don't
Oh.
understand.
you get to this alley here, and it's got a lot of the peddlers that like she mentioned from before, and you wait a while in the dark alley until two quite well dressed Asian men approach you, and they just sort of talk a bit in what appears to be like Cantonese or Mandarin. You can't really make sure unless someone actually speaks Chinese.
Tex?
Do you speak it, Dex?
If I can get 1 day of prep time, I
Then
can learn whatever
no.
language we want.
So you don't know what they're saying, and then they just sort of turn to you and they say, "You runners?"
Do I speak Cantonese or?
No.
No, I have no idea.
So they just ask, "You runners?"
Yeah, we're runners. It's fine. Yeah, come on, we're run.
Oh, yeah, roll to... Yeah, it's been a while, so roll to see what your mood is.
Ah. Oh, wow.
Are you stable or depressed?
Find out again, I think I'm stable.
Yeah, stable.
Yeah, stable.
Okay, so they just sort of nod and say, "You come with us, Mr. Zheng wants to see you." And they lead you out to like a bunch of cars that are pre-ready. No objections to this?
Yeah,
I-
no objections.
I ask if I could follow on my bike, I guess.
They just shake their head and say, "No, you go in car."
Okay, short round.
Hey, you guys!
Do they like pull up a trailer for our horse?
I'm gonna roll perception just to see if there's anything. A, if they're armed with anything, and B, if there's anything untoward as we go towards the car.
Sure.
Yep, I'm gonna
Wow.
roll judge intentions if I could on them to see what they look like.
Giant thinks everything is A-okay.
Can I roll perception?
Can all roll to your heart's content. Okay, these guys are armed to the teeth. The guys in front of you have some pretty heavy pistols, and the guys in the cars that you get into have like a mix of assault rifles to some pretty heavy shotguns. Cars themselves are pretty well made and clearly like bulletproof in a lot of cases. But judging their intentions and everything else, you guys seem like they're legit. They just want to get you to where they're going, and they don't seem to have anything else they want to gain from it. They just want to bring you to where they're, they want this to be done so they can get on with their night, basically. So, everybody get in the cars then? No problems?
Might be a
Tex
small problem
does.
for kicks.
Well, yeah, there's like they're big enough
They have
so
a
that like
horse
the
box.
back,
Is it a
no,
limo?
the back seats that if they like put them down, you can get in one of like the Humvee kind of things. There.
So
She's
they
probably
didn't
used
pre-bring
to it.
a horse box.
No. All right. So after a couple of minutes, you guys take a small 20-minute trip downtown. You go into what is the International District of Seattle, or Chinatown, whatever you want to call it, and you end up going to a park. Let me see. What's the name of the park? I'm trying to remember the name of it. Yeah, I had the name of it. Just give me a second. Oh yeah, it's called Heng Hei Park. Okay. And you get there at just a bit after midnight, and the park is normally like a fairly bustling place, but a large section of it has been completely cleared out, and armed men who are in similar suits to the Triads as you are like all around the area. You can see like snipers and things, and this is definitely like a very big thing going on right now, and it's clear like they cleared people out a while ago. And you're brought to a small sort of lake, and beside the lake, just sitting in like sort of a pavilion with like the yin yang signs on the bottom of it, is what you presume to be Mr. Zheng, and he just sits there waiting for you. The guys who are escorting you just like sort of block you all and say, only one talk, you choose.
Tex.
Yeah, Tex sort of knowingly starts walking forward.
Are you sure
Okay.
you don't want me to do it?
What's the background count around here?
2.
I'll sense the man.
Okay, and while you're going up, Tex, they pat you down. Are you going to deliberately try and conceal anything, or are you going to let them take any weapons you have?
Tex will hold out his pistols and just hand them to Giant and say, hold on to Boomhauer for me.
Nod.
Can I try and roll on negotiations to see if they'll let more than one? Like 2.
You can roll what you feel you need to roll, yes?
You're just gonna like make it horrible, Ollie.
I'm not. It's just one more person. Like, I'll let them pat me down and everything.
Okay, so just wait, what was that for? To ask if you can go as well?
Yeah.
No, they say no. They just flat out say no.
Okay.
Okay, so sensing him from this distance, Amber, you can see that the man is awakened, that he is an adept, that his magic rating exceeds yours, that his tradition is, what's it called? Woozing? Or Woozing, whatever it's called. Yeah.
Wujing.
Woojing, yeah, that's it. His tradition is Woojing, and what else do you get from that, actually?
His exact magic.
Oh, yeah, his exact magic is 8. Okay. Anything else you want to know in particular out of the list of things?
Cyberware.
He has no Bioware or cyberware of any kind.
Does he have syphilis?
He has no diseases of any kind.
Is he aroused?
No.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay, so as you approach, he just sort of like looks at you and indicates to the chair, and he says, "Please sit."
Like this bench thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tex has a seat. Says,
actually, no, this bench thing here. Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, my bad.
Tex has a seat, says, Mr. Zheng, I presume.
Yeah, so he just sort of nods solemnly and says, yes, you are well informed, it seems. He just sort of snaps his finger, and then from the corner, the server comes out and has like various drinks, mostly teas. And he just said, would you like something to drink?
No, thank you.
Alright, so the server gives something to him in a rather traditional cup, and then immediately sort of walks off again. And he starts casually drinking his tea. Then he looks you over for a second and says, so you're the ones who turned up from my little enterprise with the dwarf. I trust he was not too difficult to remove.
He didn't put up much of a fight.
He nods and says, yes, for some time he's been quite a thorn in my side. Initially the venture was quite profitable, but he stepped outside the lines of decency and started devolving into less reputable things that we wished not to be a part of. So there is no ill will between us for your removal of him. Is this understood?
It's good to hear. Not exactly my cup of tea, what he was into either.
He nods and he says, yes, disgusting creature, and he just sort of sips his tea. I will be quite brief and to the point. I wish to hire you as freelancers for a job I wish you to complete discreetly. Is this understood?
I figured you might be looking to hire us. What sort of job?
There is a man who owes us a great deal. He is a decker, I believe the term is. We paid him considerable money for resources that he required to complete a job of his, and in return he was supposed to repay us with many services and new and of his own in time. For nearly 5 years, this relationship between ourselves and him worked quite well, and he upheld his end of the bargain until quite recently he went renegade, and we have not heard from him since. He still owes us a considerable amount of Newen, and we wish to facilitate we wish to make good on the bargain he owes us, you must take him, and what he has on him needs to be returned to us so that they can be sold for profit or given to others inside the organization. He has quite a considerable amount of cybernetics and other useful things we could make use of. This is what he used our money to buy, and we wish to return it, much like a repossession man would take back what was not being repaid as such. You merely need to find this Decker and return him alive or dead to us with whatever relevant gear he has.
I see. Now, you have any idea what made him so bold all of a sudden? Maybe another organization is throwing their support behind him?
He sort of like upturns an eye for a moment and says, I'm not really particularly willing to devolve what he was doing for us, though I will say we were using him to facilitate many operations, and while he was very useful to us initially, he became more and more disagreeable as time went on, and it seems he decided to break loose, as it were, and attempt to throw us off altogether. I will not tell you how much he owed us, what he owed us, or what we had him doing. That is business I will not discuss, but suffice it to say, there may be others after him, I do not know. He had a great many enemies. I believe he was an ex-Shadowrunner, quite like yourselves. Several years ago, he and another team had a bit of an incident, and a great many of them had to go rogue or disappear, and he only recently returned to Seattle after spending a great amount of time in Amazonia, I believe.
Oh, down south, huh?
Indeed. I do not know the man's real name. The sign he used for us when we communicated with him was Zane, however.
What can you tell me about him?
I met the man in person only once. He is a human male, Caucasian, about your height, perhaps a bit smaller. He has blonde hair and a rather distinctive style. He's quite elaborate. The few times I have met him in the Matrix or in other such scenarios, he appears much like himself, but with a strange sort of overture of cybernetics and cyborgs and other sci-fi nonsense about him. He's quite a competent Decker, so I would suggest you try to apprehend him physically, rather than contend with him in the Matrix.
You said he's a former runner. Was he working with a team when you hired him?
No, the last time he had worked with a team was many years ago on a run that went rather badly for him. I believe that's why he had to disappear out of Seattle for quite some time. Since then, he's more or less been solo and done operation jobs rather than hands-on shadowrunning.
And you said you wanted some equipment back. Are you talking about just the cyberware inside of him, or is there any physical objects you want us to acquire?
His deck, his comlink, any other relevant consoles he may have purchased with the money we funded him, all of his cyberware, and any other such relevant details. Even his armor or his weapons would be useful.
Very well, and how much are you paying for the return of this equipment?
I will pay you the sum of 50,000 yuan altogether between all 7 of you, it is, I believe, and he sort of counts off around the lake south. Yes, 7, I believe. 50,000 should be suitable. This will be non-negotiable, of course.
Yeah, we could probably put it together for that, but we're likely going to need some specialized equipment. Is there any sort of material support you can provide us?
He looks at you for a moment and says, if you do find Mr. Zane and have reputable evidence that this additional funding, as you say, or specialized equipment will be needed, we will front you additional resources, but do not attempt to shortchange us. We are not known for lenience.
Very well. And when do you need Mr. Zane returned to you by?
He just sort of waves his hand and says it is not something of particular preeminent, need at the moment, but I would like him to be recovered within the next 2 months if possible. He has escaped us for too long, and our reputation is at stake here.
Alright, and I'd like to roll judge intentions on this guy.
Sure. Okay, he seems fairly legit about what he's telling you. In fact, he's like clearly he's been very honest, which is very surprising considering the circumstances. And you can tell, particularly when he was relevantly saying that the Decker is very competent, that he was very, very much trying to stress the point that this guy knows what the fuck he's doing. And other than that, you can tell that they seem to have invested a substantial amount of money in this man, and God knows what he's done with it. They just know he bought like a lot of stuff with it, so he could have had a significant amount left over that he could have bought hired hands with, if you know what I mean. So it's possibly he might not be alone, but other than that, he seems to be quite legit about what he's telling you.
Alright, so after that, Tex just asked, is there anything else you need from us before we head out and start working for you?
He just like opens up a very, very high-rated comlink and sort of sends over some details. Your comlink pings up and it has a number, and he says, "Yes, you may contact me on that number. Relevant information to this case only, please, or to this contract only, please."
We'll be in touch.
All right, and you all get this dude.
I send him a dick pic.
So
We all start spamming him with porn links.
you all have him now on your connections. So if you want to add that guy to your sheet, you can, but he's in the connections anyway.